Hello everyone, welcome back to Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak. Today we'll be looking at a super fun raw build that combines a ton of the new skills added to Sunbreak. I've already created some great elemental builds that you can find on the channel, so I thought it was time to create a good old-fashioned raw set. If you enjoyed the video, please consider liking, subscribing to the channel, and commenting what build you want to see next. Now let's jump into the build. To start here, we're going to be taking a look at our switch skills. The most important thing to remember here is because we're using raw build, we're going to be wanting to take Feral Demon mode and Shrouded Vault for both scrolls here. The only two differences I have are I'm switching out Demon Flight and Demon Flurry Rush on the red scroll and blue scroll, and then Spiral Slash and Piercing Bind. So one you can focus mainly on being on the ground, or one in the air. It's kind of whichever style you prefer. You can also take Slide Slash Combo if you like, but I happen to prefer Round Slash Combo, so that's what I use on both scrolls. Looking at our equipment now, you can see we're using the Lucent Nargacuga dual blades. This is because it has good raw, purple sharpness, and the poison element on it. This set will be utilizing Foray, which will do extra damage when the poison status is on the monster, so that's important to keep in mind. Slotted in here, I have 2 points of focus in the 4 slot, a crit boost, and I've actually augmented an extra slot onto the Rampage decoration here, so you can fit in the 2 slot against whatever monster you may be facing. Next, looking at the helm, we're going to be using the Gold Rathalos helm, which is going to give us 2 points of status trigger, a point of foray, 2 points chain crit, and then I've slotted in 2 points weakness exploit and Spirit Bird's Call in here. Now as you can see, I've also augmented it so it has that extra 1 slot. This is pretty easy to do, it shouldn't take too many rolls, so you should be able to fit this into your build, but it isn't necessary. For the chest piece, we're going to be using the Lucent Nargacuga chest piece. We're going to be getting a point of sneak attack here. I've slotted in an extra point of crit boost. It has 2 points of agitator, and then for the 1 slots I have poison attack, but again you can see that I've augmented on that extra 1 slot. So while it's not necessary, it's just nice to have that increased poison attack here. For the arms, we're going to be using the Espinos arms. This is because we're going to be getting Protective Polish, Evade Extender, and Foray from these again. Now I've slotted in the Evade Extender, that's just personal preference. You could also slot in Constitution here, or just more attack damage if you really want. It's up to you. And for the augmentation here, I've actually augmented it so it has that 3rd point of Protective Polish. This did not take me too many rolls. I've done quite a few rolls on this, and I found it was pretty easy to get an extra point of Protective Polish. But it's not necessary, you can slot it in somewhere else if you really need to. It's just nice, as we'll be using full protective polish and speed sharpening, so we get the full utilization of the purple sharpness that we have. For the waist, we're going to be using the Lucent Nargacuga waist. This gives us another very important point of sneak attack, some handicraft, and then I've slotted in weakness exploit, another poison attack, and a point of defiance here. For the augmentations, it's just 1 point of speed sharpening, nothing too special there. For the legs, we're going to be using the Ingot Greaves. These give us 2 points of attack boost and 2 points of crit eye, and then you can slot in 2 points of speed sharpening as well, so these are very nice to have. For the augmentation here, the most important thing that I saw was that extra point of foray, which gets us to level 3 here, which is a big boost to both our attack and our affinity while the monster is inflicted with poison. You are able to augment onto these an extra point of Wex or attack boost if you get lucky. I just have not. For my talisman here, I'm using a 2/2 attack boost Wirebug Whisper with a 2 slot 1 slot for that last point of crit eye and 1 more point of speed sharpening. Here you can see all those skills shown together. We have level 4 attack boost, full speed sharpening, level 3 crit eye, then full crit boost, Wex, poison attack, protective polish, and foray. All of these skills are very important to have on the build, so make sure you have them. While we do have a whopping 26 total skills on the build, not all of them are very important. The next one we're going to want to note is down here, which is Sneak Attack. Now keep in mind, this is a very large attack boost, so you are going to want to attack the monster from behind in order to get this attack power increase. This works especially well if you like multiplayer hunts, as the monster will not target you as much, so it's easier to attack it from behind. The next one is Chain Crit. This is very important for dual blades as we're hitting quite a few times in a row. You are going to want this for the extra attack boost. And the last one here is Status Trigger. This is when we perform a perfectly timed evade. It's going to make it easier to inflict poison on a monster. Now this does work with our Silkbind move, so make sure you are using that when the monster doesn't have the poison status on it, as it's going to make it faster to put it on and do more damage with Foray. The last skill I'll note is down here, which is Spiritbird's Call. This is a 1-slot deco, which is really nice to have, as for those longer anomaly hunts, it just makes it easier to get that extra attack and defense without having to do anything at all. I hope you found this build helpful. If you did, please consider subscribing to the channel to support future videos. Also, if you do have any questions, make sure to leave them in the comments below. Happy hunting!